Looks like Joe Biden's handler, Dr. Jill Biden, slithered away from the Democrat plantation just long enough to shamelessly promote her new book full of lies and gaslighting. Yeah, you remember Dr. Jill Biden, right? You know, the one that Whoopi Goldberg endorsed to be America's Surgeon General, even though she has zero medical experience and is a teacher. Yeah, that Dr. Jill Biden. So let's talk about it. She recently went on CBS giving an interview saying that she had no idea what was going on with Joe Biden. Said that even during his disastrous debate performance in 2020-2024, she said she thought he was having a stroke. She had never seen him like that before and had never seen him like that since. Nobody believes you, Jill, because we, the people, the public, we saw him like that since 2019. You were his handler. We have insider information saying that you were the one running cabinet meetings. You knew what was happening, Jill Biden. In fact, you were complicit, and you should be charged and investigated for elder abuse.
She says that she's never seen him act that way before or since, but in the interviews that, over 200 of which that Jake and I did, other people did see him act like that in the months before and in the months after that. And those moments became increasingly hard to predict. And the White House was increasingly trying to manage them to keep those moments out of public view. And eventually, during the debate, they could no longer hide those moments from the public. I'd also say that what she just said there is very much at odds with what many of Biden's top aides said at the time and have said, since the 2024 election, which is they didn't think the debate was that bad. And they thought the Democratic Party way overreacted. They certainly didn't think that he was having a stroke at the time. And they thought it was, he was clearly trying to say big pharma and instead of beat Medicare.
A stunning admission from Jill Biden about her husband's debate performance. Take a listen.
Were you horrified as you saw it unfold?
I wasn't horrified. I was frightened because I had never, ever seen Joe like that before or since.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Or since.
Yes. Or
You've
since.
never seen him like
never.
that?
No.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. I mean, as I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke. And it scared me to death.
That interview comes just weeks before the release of the former First Lady's new memoir. And it's the first time that we've heard her express any concern about that debate that ultimately ended Joe Biden's 2024 campaign. But that stands in stark contrast to what Jill Biden had to say just moments after the debate.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Why?
Even Joe Biden seems a little amused by that clip. Jamel, okay, your instant reaction to the Jill Biden.
We talked about this a little bit in the last segment. When you lie to people right to their face, they have a tendency to not trust you. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of people knew something was wrong with Joe Biden. I went to a dinner in Detroit, an AACP dinner. He was the guest speaker. His speech was great, but seeing him just make the walk to the stage, I was concerned. I was like, hey, this dude doesn't look right.
CNN, they missed the clip. They missed the clip before. The clip was she was actually asked the question, and she said no, she never saw any signs of him having cognitive decline. He didn't play that clip. Mm-hmm. They should have played it because she specifically said no, I never saw it. And that's a bold-faced lie. Everybody saw it but you. This is another good example of much disrespect they have for the audience.
That's right.
They will lie to you so blatantly. I mean, this is the thing that bugs me. They can do this with such calm and with no kind of conviction at all. Like nobody knows that they're lying. This to me is very serious, man. That's a condition to me, man. You have to have some kind of condition to lie to people, knowing that you're lying, they can check your lie.
Democrats don't care that they're being lied to. I think they know that they are being lied to, but they don't care. As long as they get their wicked agenda through, that's all that matters to them. They are the party of lies. Everything that they say, comes out, it's a lie. Mm-hmm. And I honestly, I'm at a point now where I believe that, because I've had conversations, I'm sure you all have had conversations, and when you start asking them questions, they know the answers to a lot of these questions. Mm-hmm. They just don't care.
Yeah.
because they'll even, especially if you're talking to black people, they'll be like, but Trump's racist. They will immediately, but Trump's racist, but the Republicans are racist.
Yep.
Even though they will not refute what you're telling them.
Yes.
So that right there just lets you know that they know. Everybody in 24, we all watched, and prior to that, but we'll just talk about 2024. We all watched Joe Biden look like Weekend at Bernie's. We all witnessed
plenty of footage.
There's so much footage. I mean, clip after clip. And Abby Phillips came out there and said that it's not real. Karine Jean-Pierre came out and said it's a deep fake or a cheap fake or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
They've all come out, and Kamala Harris came out and said that, he did great. And I don't know what you guys are talking about. They've all come out and came to the defense of this guy. They all did.
Including Jake Tapper.
That's right. And now, all of a sudden, there's $1 to be made. Have you noticed they're willing to tell the truth when they can make $1 off of it?
That's
correct. I wrote a book. Let me tell you what was really going on the inside. Anytime they can make $1, that just goes to show you they will sell you out for $1.
Man,
it doesn't matter. They do not care. And again, I got to keep saying it, man. The left, if there wasn't for double standards, they would have no standards. These people, they don't care.
Yeah, excellent.
They don't care about the American people.
Nope.
They don't care about their constituents.
Nope.
They don't care about our nation. The only thing that they care about is amassing power by any means necessary. That's it.
It's just so wild to me that this woman with a straight face, with her blonde hair, fake eyebrows, fake eyelashes, says when people lie right to your face, they tend to not trust you. Why in the world would I trust you? You're not proud of who you are, but you expect me to listen to you and you say, be proud of my skin color. When you're pretending to be something that you were not created as. That is ridiculous. Here's the issue I had with Biden when he was in office. And for some reason, we do not talk about this. We never bring this part up. He is the president of the United States. There are two other individuals who can say no to him when he says he wants to hit the button on that nuclear football. Having a president that is in mental decline, and I'm talking about every president. If Trump ever showcases this, which no, he's not, every single president needs to fall underneath this category. The American people should have full confidence, maybe not in his politics, maybe not in his direction, but in the fact that he is able to cognitively make a decision. And maybe this is something that people just love, sleeping under the blanket of freedom and never questioning how it got put there in the first place. If you know the movie, put it down in the comment section, right? And maybe it's just ignorance is bliss. Do you realize how fast something happens whenever there's a conflict? Whenever those things happen, the speed in which the president has to be able to make a decision, he has to coordinate the entire nation, the entire military. You have got to be sharp in order to do that job. And if half the nation, this is the problem with the Democratic Party. We have the same issue on the Republican side. I say we. Republicans have the same issue. You are supposed to represent all of the people in the entire country. You are not just there for 4 years to represent your political party that got you there. And so if half the country, if I was ever the president, if Wise was ever the president, anybody up here, and they said half the country is like, hey, we don't think you're about it, you are morally obligated to prove that you are, or you need to step down. You're not supposed to say, you're wrong because you're maggots and we don't like you. You're not supposed to do that when you have a leadership position. Our standard for leadership is in the basement right now. Whenever we can have half the country that can see this, look, y'all, I don't need much of an argument for Biden. The man did not know his left from his right. When he got off the stage, I will tell you, as someone who has done many speeches, you forget a lot of stuff. You forget your words, you forget your notes. Never in the history of my life have I forgotten where I'm supposed to go to finish this engagement. Never has that happened. And if I make a mistake, I'm going to say something about it just so you don't think that I'm clinical. But instead, this man is shaking hands with the air. He has gibbledy-goop coming out of his mouth. And I know, hey, everyone makes mistakes. I'm not the president of the United States. And the fact that this woman came up here, lied through her teeth, and because she is the same one, to Minister Danzel's point, who said, oh, no, he's never been as sharp. He's as sharp as he can be. Harris said the exact same thing. Shocker, she didn't win the presidency, right? We the fact that we can see reality, believers, be concerned about this. Let me say it a different way, and I'll land on this point. Most of the country, right, at least when Biden was through there, although I think he cheated too, to be honest with you, but a large amount of the country firmly can see the truth in front of them, and they will not follow it, believe it, or acknowledge it. That should be very concerning for you as a believer in Christ. I can't imagine how that could be used in the future against us.
And that he was out to lunch and they use that pen, that should not be dropped. They need to go do a full investigation on that.
Agreed.
I mean, that was tragedy. Somebody was running our country during that time.
And someone needs to be punished for that too, by the way. I'm tired of being mad about something and nobody goes to jail.
The thing is that Democrats don't care. As long as they have someone with the D in front of their name in that seat, they don't care. We got to run it by committee. If we got to run it by proxy, it doesn't matter to them. As long as they can get their way. And the sad part about it, AT, you're absolutely right. Half the nation, or a little less than half the nation, could care less. That's what's scary. And honestly, that's the reason why we don't ever want to be a democracy. We never want to be a democracy because half of the people don't care. The policies would injure or harm people. They do not care.
They don't care. Sad.
And that's scary.
Whenever we see these clips, it just makes you want to lose your common sense, because all they do is sit there and they lie, and then they'll turn around. It's like they walk around and act like the whole world has amnesia. That's why Sonny Holston could say J6 was the worst thing that happened in history. The amount of property damage, the BLM protests, no, there was barely any kind of property damage. And that's why they say that type of stuff, because there are people who are actually going to say, no, they're right. It's like all of a sudden, no one knows the truth anymore. But the thing is, to watch them sit there, don't do that. And you are a disgrace. You are absolute disgrace, because you put this stuff on the TV and then you're sitting down here acting like you're shocked and in awe. What do you mean shocked and in awe? You knew, all of you knew, y'all are sitting down there saying, how could Jill just sit here and lie to us? Y'all lied to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lied to us.
Come on.
And act like we don't have our own two eyes to see. Everyone saw it. So to sit there and to be like, well, I can't believe. And why would they hid this from us? Hid this from who? Don't try to hide it from the American people.
Thank you.
The thing that irritates me the most is when people try to insult my intelligence. And that is what the left spends their time doing. And let me just say, because it's not just the left.
That's
because
right.
Somebody tells me Mitch McConnell is sharper than a who knows what, and Mitch McConnell can't stand up straight. Stop lying. Stop lying. These people
becomes a mannequin.
Well, hey, when Mitch McConnell was having those freeze ups, people on the right was like, get that dude up out of there.
Yes.
Yep. No one was caping for him. Get him up out of there now.
Yep.
But I'm talking about the people who continue to vote for him act like he's normal. At this point,
that's
you need
crazy.
to stop and say, you know what? We have to put somebody else in. You clearly see that no, he's not. Just like they continue on the left to put in Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi ain't been right since who knows when. Like the woman is
Maxine Waters.
Well, hey, they got a full geriatric ward out there in the Senate.
Sure do.
And in the House.
The lady in Florida who has not shown up to vote, and Hakeem Jeffries has been voting for her by proxy. No one has seen her. No one has seen that lady.
Yeah.
So
that's
again,
illegal.
We the people. But y'all, I don't know where we've lost the understanding. It's we the people. Y'all give these people so much control. No, we actually have the control. And if you actually do the work that you're supposed to do and vote correctly, then we won't have these issues. We won't be putting people in office that don't belong in office. How many times have you heard at the Jesse Jackson's funeral and other places, they said, and President Kamala Harris? How many times have you heard that? For a reason why they're not saying that in jest. They're being
an accident. That's right.
Dead serious. Yeah.
They're being very serious. So I want people to understand all of the mess that was going on between Kamala, between Jill, between Hunter, all the rest of them. These were the people. And listen, what's his name? And listen, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but we remember when he was in Carolina, he scratched his neck and that thing moved. That skin moved a certain type of way. That was just somebody wearing a skin suit allegedly for entertainment purposes. I don't even think I was there. Let's just be real. He clearly wasn't there because he had no idea what was going on. The amount of times he squatted to poop in his pants allegedly, I'm just saying that man was not there, and we all knew it.
Amen.
Yeah, we all saw it. Celeste, I'm gonna give you the last word, but I want to play this clip for you.
Who do you want to win as mayor of LA?
Karen Bass.
And why Karen Bass?
Black Pride.
Okay, anything else?
No.
She was dead serious too.
Yeah, no joke about that. With no joke about that. That's right. She was serious.
So we are one nation under, you know, the thing, Joe Biden couldn't remember the, you know, the thing. Joe Biden, any level of respect or political opposition, because you can respect your opponent. They have a right to their side.
Right.
And in fact, you need them because they help you articulate your side better. Anything that you could give a Democrat and say, well, you know, the what about is, well, what about? All of that was taken away with the presidency of Joe Biden because he clowned the office so badly. And there was such take after take after take. If he wasn't falling upstairs, first of all, most people fall downstairs. Joe Biden is one of the very few people on earth you ever see fall upstairs, sniffing young girls' hair, trying to ride a bike in Delaware, falling off the bike, leaving press conferences saying he's got to go because he's got to change his diaper. The possible international incident where people were wondering if he was actually having a bowel movement on stage. You remember when he did all this leaning over and scratching up his face like a baby, and the people were going, gosh, something smells terrible. And Joe was fidgeting. If he's just looking for some lightweight work, light work to do, two things he can hurry up and expose. One, somebody got a file on whether or not he actually did soil himself on the international stage. I would love to know that. I would absolutely just throw that out there right quick. Just that's light work. Just throw that one out. But he made such a fool of Democrats. And this is why I say the Spencer Pratt thing is important. Democrats, especially after that debate, became embarrassed. Became absolutely embarrassed. They were not able to hold their heads up because he was so obviously, although they, you know, kept themselves in a bubble and they could kind of hide a little bit from all the faux pas, the debate was undeniable. They could not hide from it because when their friends, the media, talk about it, that's when they know all is lost. Because if they have counted on and do regularly count on the media to handle these things for them. And when the media can't wrap it up and kind of take care of it for them, that is the signal that the jig is up and all is lost. Nothing can be done. And so that's what they did, that the media on purpose in coordinated fashion turned their back on Joe, did a 3-week campaign to have him removed as a candidate and Kamala installed. And they were able to do that with the media participation. And, you know, we can all, you know, say it was, you know, the people who said they were involved was, you know, Nancy Pelosi. And obviously they got George Clooney. We know that Obama probably is the one who got George Clooney to write that op-ed and all of the coordinated efforts of Democrats. I will give them this, honey. They know how to get rid of and take somebody down when they feel like it. And that's why they have among their elected ranks so much loyalty. However, what that does tell you is the state of the Democrat voter. And while I say you can be a lot of things in Democrat as a Democrat, but you can never be informed, that is 100% true, and I stand by that. But you can also not be emotionally healthy. There is a little bit of emotional resilience takes to be able to actually live according to this Constitution as a free and independent person. If you are too weak for whatever reasons to be able to do that, and you have to have the nanny state do for you what you are unable to do for yourself as an adult, then you don't have the emotional health and the emotional fortitude for what real America demands.
Amen.
And that's what we're finding. These people are willing to vote for them. They don't care who if they can't talk, if they're not like why it says by committee, by once, twice, 3 times shoot, whatever they're doing to get their candidates, rap battle, I don't know, whatever they do to get their candidates. The voters who are willing to stick by them, even under these ridiculous circumstances, are telling you we are not ready for the demands of America.
The November choice is between 2 old men. We know that. But tonight I want to talk about the Joe Biden that Republicans want you to see and the pipeline of videos that aren't telling the full truth. Now, those videos are probably right now clogging the public consciousness as Americans start to think about their votes. The RNC wants to weaponize questions around Biden's age. Isn't it possible that things have changed? He, like every other human being, is aging. And that process of aging, it seems, is having an impact on his ability to do the job. The autopsy that the Democrats didn't delve into that, but it should.
Yeah.
What kind of political system covers that up and makes it okay to lie to people about what everybody knows is true?
Selflessness and solidarity. And most importantly, we renew our commitment to our because when we join together as devotion to our neighbors, our community, and to this country, we can bring light into the darkness. So thank you once again for having me here today.
She don't love women. She doesn't care about women. She doesn't respect women at all whatsoever. It's a joke to her.
I thought that was a great way to end this segment. I'm just saying.
I like it.
Phillips caught in all of her lies. Now, how could they lie to us? We need to do an autopsy. Really? Let's go back to what
on your brain.
Exactly. And then, of course, we have to see how the Democrats are. I mean, you're going to be yelling my body by my choice one day and then throw on a hijab the next day. I actually think those two go together. I can't wait for y'all to actually see what really happens.
What are your thoughts about any of this? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. Join us Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, He gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, fear can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. Then the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.